Whatever's good for television.
No, that looks nice.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys aren't too close.
Maybe that. Yeah, I know, right? And you have your own mic. So we're at the Miami DisruptCRE Miami at the James L. Knight Center, downtown Miami. Here with Jonathan Schultz,
Yep.
Managing Director, Onyx Equities.
Managing principal.
Managing Principal, Onyx Equities. We're at Overtime Live, presented by, sponsored by JLL.
Okay.
Should I take my glasses off? Is there a glare here, or is that okay?
No, it's pretty good. The only thing I would say is you're normally going to be on this end, so maybe we can get to the
Switch?
Wait, didn't you say you wanted me on this end?
No.
I'm talking to
Ramses.
Ramses.
The moderator? Well, no, because the important is the guest, right?
And they're going to be looking at me, and that's what he was saying over here.
Okay.
It's up to you guys.
That's fine.
Is that cool?
But not his eyes in the other direction.
Okay.
So,
I'm okay with that.
DisruptCRE, Miami. We're at the Overtime Live, presented by JLL.
Right.
Here with Jonathan Schultz, Managing Principal,
Yeah.
Onyx Equities. Jonathan, you just gave the State of CRE Tech Innovation speech upstairs. Let's unpack
Now
that.
that doesn't go anywhere unless I say it, right?
No, it doesn't. Correct. We're gonna, that's all like not live stream. We're gonna cut that, edit it,
Yeah.
put some stuff
Can I
in.
get you guys to put the mic?
Test? Sure. Absolutely. Sorry, boys.
Yeah, about right there is good.
Is this right
Yeah.
here? It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
That's perfect.
Okay.
And you can put it closer. I just need to adjust for that.
Sure.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay.
Yeah. What time is it? Does anybody have a time check?
10:35.
10:36.
Oh, so we got 9 minutes.
Yeah.
We're telling everybody we're going. I mean, we can turn it on a little early.
Okay. Right.
It's not going to creep back in.
Let's go ahead and. Yeah, let's just kill the.
One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's microphone, microphone, microphone. We are hearing the microphone, and we love it. We love the sound of that microphone. It is a wonderful microphone. It has such a distinctively crappy sound that it just makes everything wonderful. And do we love it? Yes, we love it.
Hi everyone watching live. We're here at the in Miami at DisruptCRE. I'm here with Jonathan Schultz, the managing principal of Onyx Equities. Welcome, Jonathan.
Thank you for having me.
So we just had Jonathan kick off the conference here. Oh, and by the way, before we get going, I'd like to thank JLL for sponsoring this Overtime live session. We're going to get kicked off here with Jonathan right now, and then we're going to have 3 other panels that will be broadcasting throughout the day, so stay tuned. So let's get into, you just were on stage, you kicked off the day, you talked, it was the state of CRE, technology and innovation. Let's talk about a little bit who you are. We can let the audience know who you are and what you do. We'll start with that.
So my name is Jonathan Schultz. I have a real estate company based in New Jersey, and we buy, operate real estate along the East Coast. And for me, technology finally arriving in our business, which I've waited for years for it to be at this point, is one of the most exciting things, in my career. Our business has been siloed, and we do the best we can, but inefficient. And today, with the products that are on the market, it's enabling us to actually do things, see things, have more clarity than we ever had before. And we've been expanding our company, and without these products, and without the adoption of our company and the people that work with us, I don't think we'd be able to do what we did.
Absolutely. So you're in the industry, as you just said. You've been adopting technology to get where you are, and that was a big part of your talk today. So, what are some of the things? Let's talk about some of the things that excite you, that you've been implementing, and then we'll get into where you see this going.
Well, what we did is you got lots of things that go on at a real estate company, right? Everybody from accounting to marketing to leasing all has their own specific jobs. And there are unbelievable best-in-class applications out there now that will take over what is happening in that operation, allow you to actually monitor, measure, which, my biggest thing, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it.
Right.
And to me, collaboration, especially when you're in an industry that's decentralized, like, each building is its own company, right? It has its own people. They have to watch it. They have their own budget. So, but also as a company, to use the resources of everybody else and actually work together to make things more efficient, you need to be able to communicate. And before, it was just very difficult. You're sort of on your own island. Now, with the products, you're able to be in the cloud and access it anywhere, and it really is a game changer. It's a game changer. And what I also think is happening, which to me is amazing, with the old enterprise systems, you had your own system. Today you have millions and millions of dollars being poured into this technology industry because it's finally they're adopting it. And it's open. So you actually can connect data and process and have workflow and have people actually work together in portals on transactions and leasing, so that they're all connected, not just through email.
Right.
And to me, email's great, but it doesn't connect, right? Just like spreadsheets, they're great, you can do your work, but you're not able to make them a living, breathing, collaborative experience.
Right. So, let's talk about the people, the CRE professionals. Is it just brokers? Is it owners and managers? Or do you see that technology is coming into the industry and really disrupting across the board?
For the first time, and I love your conference name, Disrupt.
Thank you.
But I think it's more than that. I think we've had certain technology products for years, specific to mostly building management systems and things that, were the highest profile cost that you'd have to worry about. And we forgot about the labor and the people part of it. Right. And I think today it's enabling us to be more of a flowing industry than ever before. And because of the amount of money being poured in, where people are actually seeing adoption, they're actually seeing people take to it. And listen, real estate companies, real estate's one of the oldest industries, out there. You live in it, you work in it, you play in it. We're sitting in it right now. So it's been around forever, and it's a slow-moving business, right? So you don't always have to change as fast as other industries. But what's happening today is people are seeing that you actually can be better. And I think in life, you could want a lot of things, but if you don't feel you need it, then you don't do it.
Right.
And I think that it's becoming more of a need to people because they're seeing that there actually is an ROI, that it is making people feel that they can do their jobs better. And I think with the new workforce coming in, Millennials, Gen Zs, Ys, they were born with a smartphone in their hand, right? So, like all other consumer world that we live in, where you can basically see anything you want at the instant, you touch a button. Why shouldn't that be in business? And I think that the next generation of workers are going to want to have that. So I think as an industry, we have to get ready for this. It's like, I don't think there's a choice.
So you kind of covered it before, but I want to expand on it a little more. The reasons why the technology adoption hasn't happened until I think we can say, recently as in the past year and a half, where we've really seen a lot of these companies, the VTSs, high towers, those out there, they're being widely adopted, again, other industries. But what has been the big barrier for people doing it?
I think in business, you sort of get settled how you operate, and when you have a large company, it's hard to make change. And I think the revolution in the consumer world, and from Facebook and LinkedIn and all the things that people are now using today that they never did before.
Right.
It's almost sometimes like you don't sometimes even know why you are, but everybody else is, so you got to get on that train. I think real estate, there's always early adopters, and the early adopters are showing that it's feasible. And when people see a path, not everybody's a leader, right? Like, so when people see a path, they want to jump on the path if they think it works.
Well, you mentioned they're also very successful. They're making money, so a lot of cases in time they didn't have a reason.
Listen, the number one thing people avoid most in their lives, forget business, is change.
Right.
And
who moved my cheese?
Who moved my cheese? And when you're talking about, someone that is leading a company that wants to make change happen, to me, the culture part of how we're going to all adopt is just as important as the technology in itself.
Right.
You have to make people feel they're involved, that they're part of the process, why they're doing it. Not just like, throw a whole new bunch of platforms on somebody and say, this is how you have to work now. You have to make people want to actually, throughout the organization, want to do it.
Right.
And that takes time, that takes focus, and it takes energy. And when you have your day-to-day business activities that you're doing a certain way, that you don't want to stop that train from going on, it's a catch-22 sometimes. So it's really like, what inner, focus do you want to put to it, and how fast do you want to go there?
Right. So in your presentation, wonderful presentation, we'll have visuals for it later. We'll check out our YouTube channel later. Everybody will have it all edited and up there with Jonathan's content. You had a wonderful, a couple graphics that strung through kind of your vision on what you see, the new transaction flow of how it works. Can we kind of go through without those graphics? In your mind, what is the perfect transaction from where it started and where how it's going to be in the future?
Well, I believe, and this would be the way that I think it would work best, is in every company there's different departments doing different things, and they should be. They're focused, whether it's on accounting, leasing, marketing, whatever is what they wake up in the morning and are passionate about, and they go to work. But the connections seem to lapse, right? There's no connector. So with these applications, if they were all streaming together and the information could be accessed by all the different divisions, and you would be notified when something was done for you to take it over. Right. And workflow, like, you can talk about looking at how you want to see your information, but what about how it connects you, and workflow and process, and how an organization is structured for who has to look at what and who has to approve what and where does it go from there, is usually the disconnect. And I think with the systems all being together, if you can embed that workflow into a system so that everybody can be alerted, and sort of your system will talk to you. Right. It'll be in the trenches with you. And technology can enable that to happen. There's not even a question.
I think you're right. It brings together collaboration, and the most important, it measures. It gives back data that you can look at and measure.
And listen, we spend a lot of our day looking up things, finding out information to do our jobs, from G drives to all sorts of different applications that are specialized for what we do. And to not be able to just go into one place and actually access it all, is where we need to go.
Right. I believe a sharing model like CompStack, which they've been to a lot of our conferences. I love their model. I think that you're going to see a lot more of those collaborative models, that people are going to be sharing a lot of that data, not only within companies but also outside.
The great thing is we have all these smart young companies creating their niches, and they're demonstrating that with the data, it will work, right? It's working. Now it's like, how do we get all that information to come together so that, yes, they'll be successful at what they're doing, but for the company, for the end user who wants to see it all in one place and use business intelligence to actually make better decisions, right? You'll never get rid of your gut, but it'd be nice to see more of the data in real time so that you can actually be smarter in your business. And that's where I'm hoping that this goes.
Absolutely. So let's, we have a couple more minutes. Let's talk about some of the companies that you're excited about. You can mention some by name if you want to mention just more of the service and how they're applying.
Well, I think, and to me, I'm not here to promote anybody except what the vision is,
Sure,
right?
absolutely.
So, but I think the leasing industry is very, very on fire right now. And I think the apps that are in that space are getting huge traction. People are seeing the value. And that's great because, for that part of the industry, it was been done on spreadsheets forever.
Right, Excel
and now,
spreadsheets.
And now it's transforming into an actually organized way of looking at how you're marketing your buildings, leasing your buildings, you're collaborating more with all the parties that are involved. It's a way better experience. So I think that's a great example of adoption going on right now. And I think, there's other, I would say, from operational systems to architectural applications,
3D design, 3D printing.
Everybody sort of has their niche going on right now, and they're trying to enter to show people the value of why that should be adopted. And it's going to be a slow and steady process, but I'm seeing adoption, and that to me is all that matters.
That's fantastic. Okay, Jonathan, well, hey, it was great to have you. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it, and we'll see you at the next one.
You got it. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.